Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's the Browns going up against the Dolphins. With that, let's head on down to Miami, where we'll hand it over to the two men calling our game. That's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in one of America's finest cities, Miami, Florida. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Miami Dolphins. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now the third-year man from Alabama State, Isaiah Crowell. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And now this offensive unit, we get a look at their starters. They put up good numbers last week, looking to carry that forward.
Yeah, Brandon, they saw the numbers from last week. They expect to at least replicate them. They think that they can put up bigger numbers this week. They are a confident bunch.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Defense showing blitz. A fake to Crowell. Now it's Griffin. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie, Xavier Howard. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Naturally, we're going to say it was a poor pass, but the defensive guys say it was just a great play by them. They broke on the football, picked it off, and gave some momentum to their team.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. And Stills over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Respected as a defender, so you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And they'll go on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
One of the beauties of a 3-4 defense is that you have flexibility with your linebackers, and you can put them in different spots. But one of the downsides is an offensive team that's committed to running the football, you can get your big offensive linemen up on linebackers quicker, and that usually gives you an advantage in running it.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. Throwing one incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 4th down.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a third down attempt.
On now is Sean Sweezum to try the field goal here. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Incomplete. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. After the penalty, it's Crowell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The defense came out with a look that they had prepped for all week to attack. They took advantage, got the first down.
And the key words in there, prepped for all week. They really studied them, understood their tendencies, knew what they liked to do, and prepared their game plan accordingly. And, boy, the payoff was good.
Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line.
What's often built into passing games, without actually stating it, is rack yardage, run after catch, because they expect receivers to make a catch and make someone miss. And how about the broken tackle cause there that allowed for the big pickup of yardage?
And now a first down following that long gain. Time running out here on the play clock. Now it's Griffin. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Duke Johnson. His second touchdown on the season, and the Browns have taken the early lead. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Give him 18 on that one. And the Dolphins have a first down.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
They come up in an offset eye. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
I thought guys that were over 30 weren't supposed to run the football this well in the National Football League. How about that veteran leadership? A big-time run combined with some nice blocking by his offensive line, showing that the ins and outs of being a veteran.
Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden with it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And the Browns offense back out there ready to take over. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. They'll run it again with Crowell. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And let's run through the Dolphins' defense.
Cameron Wake may have begun his career in Canada, but in the NFL, he's been one of the top pass rushers since he's entered the league.
Now Griffin on 2nd down. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the tendencies, and they feel like they had them down cold, and they were able to use the pass against them.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Isaiah Crowell, the intended target. And that'll make it 2nd and 10.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. But good luck there as a ball carrier. You get handed that football, look up, oh, there's a big D tackle, ready to swallow you whole for a loss.
Yeah, you kind of count on your guys to give you at least a little bit of time, a little bit of space to try and maneuver, but not on that one. And when you have a defensive tackle who is that strong, that agile, he's a lot to deal with. Sometimes you have to double him, and sometimes you're not able to block him no matter who's trying.
The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
To throw is RG3. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Corey Coleman with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Browns add on to their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. So now here come the Dolphins. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And the Dolphins are going to get a first down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Again, we'll see the pistol here. To throw is Tannehill. He's got time. It's caught. Cameron, left side. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it second down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
On second down, here's Tannehill. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it third down. Third down now following the completed pass. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And caught by Cameron right side. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Another pistol look here. Back to throw, Tannehill. And Cameron has it over the middle. And he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup, and it's first down, Miami.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. So Ajayi picking up some yardage, and last year only 187 yards as a rookie.
Well, Lamar Miller's gone to Houston. That opens up more possibilities for him. I think we'll see the full range of his game, running and catching this season.
To throw on second down is Tannehill, escaping the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Ryan Tannehill, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
That's fielded in the end zone. Stays on his feet. Shreds the tackle. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. They'll throw on first down with Griffin. He's going to loft one, deep left. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Byron Maxwell. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill finding time. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Seven yards remain now on 3rd down. They'll come out in the pistol. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he finds Stills complete. 17 yards on the pickup there and also a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a 1st down throw. Tannehill going up top. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it'll be 2nd and 10.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. A gain of 8 and a 1st down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Now they try the right side here. And he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12. And that's good for a Miami 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And his throw here's incomplete. Stills the intended target, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Here's Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down, and inside the 5-yard line.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. 5 yards to go for the offense. First down and goal from that 5-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They come up in an offset eye. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Foster, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. The decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
The catch, deservedly so, is going to get a lot of credit, but even more so because there's a defender there ready to make a play.
Yeah, just flat out muscled on that one. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On second down, Griffin. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
On third down, Griffin surveying the field. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
On fourth down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. The dangerous Jarvis Landry back for Miami. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando, he's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Here's Tannehill. It's caught. Cameron, left side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On first down, it's Tannehill. It's complete to Parker, left side. Give him 3 on the play, and it's a second down. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And that's incomplete. Griff Whalen, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 15 yards through the air and a first down. They try the corner route there, Charles, and it works to perfection.
Boy, that's hard on a defensive back because if you get any faker move to the inside, you have to respect it, and then the receiver breaks back to the sideline.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to work his way down to the 16. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. So they don't get a touchdown here in this opening drive of the third quarter, but I think you still say mission accomplished as they come away from it with the lead.
Absolutely. You've got to apply the pressure here, make the other guys play catch-up for a while, and now you just hope your defense can step up and protect the lead.
And how about that return as he's all the way inside the 20-yard line. A look at the offense now here coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Another pistol look here. On 2nd down, here's Crowell. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Partner, that defensive win reminds me of something a coach of mine used to say all the time. If you really want it, you'll find a way to go get it. And the defense did exactly that.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Too quick to the trigger that time. Neutral zone infraction, and that'll cost him 5 yards. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. To throw is RG3. Now this is brought in by Pryor. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
They'll try and run for it with Crowell. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
And thus far in this NFL season, no touchdown scored for him, and he's not going to get it on that play either.
They come up in an offset eye. From the 4, it's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Back now in Miami. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Another shot here from the 2 as they come up on 3rd and goal. Griffin keeps it, and he's going to be taken down right at the line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
I'm only chuckling because I remember one of my coaches talking about, yeah, well, if you need 2, you better get 2. If you only get 1, that's not a successful play, and that's what they got.
Yeah, tried to sneak for 2. We know that can be tough. It showed tough there. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Coons connects on this one. It's good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So he'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Here's Tannehill now on second down. And Cameron has it over the middle. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They come up in an offset eye. Tannehill now, they give to Ajayi. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And he's brought down. 20 yards on the pickup there. And it's first down, Miami.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle. But if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, tackle was missed. Plenty of open field to get after that.
Tannehill now to throw. This is caught. The tight end Cameron. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll bring up a second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Second down now after the pass completion. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And really just a heck of a catch. That's a really good receiver making a nice play.
And against a really good defensive back. Right there together, and over the top, the receiver wins the battle.
Now it's Ajayi. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
On second down, here's Tannehill. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Landry the intended target, and it'll be 3rd down. Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Arian Foster out of the backfield. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I remember growing up playing basketball. My coaches always talked about communicating on defense, making sure you talk on defense, know where your screens are, know where the cuts are coming from, who has who. So guess what? It's the same thing in football. Even though there's more noise out there, you can hear all the screams of screen, screen. This defense, the bench, everyone let them know what the play was, and that's why they were able to react and knock the ball away.
So the folks on hand here growing a little restless with their kicking game. That's now 2 misses so far.
And in a tight game, 4th quarter, the fans aren't the only ones getting restless, Brandon. There were a few looks of disbelief on that sideline as well.
Griffin, the throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? I've yet to meet a wide receiver who likes to block more than catching the football. But the best ones understand that that's how they'll actually get more passes thrown to them if they help in the run game. And anytime you get a run of that yardage, that means the wide receivers did help. They get down to what a lot of people call the second level, the linebackers or the third.
Oh, no, he lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The throw on second down is Tannehill. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. Getting late in the fourth now, Charles. 2-minute warning just around the corner.
Yeah, some teams just want to get to that spot, take a breath, and then come out and attack for the rest of the game.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. And the offense now will try to regroup after the sack on second down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Third and long, it's Tannehill. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And there's a flag on the field. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. They'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a good game. A good pickup there, a 22.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
He'll look to throw. Now he steps away. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And still for me, with the injuries, every time he carries that football, you just kind of hold your breath, don't you?
You have to, because you noted it. The injuries in the past have derailed his career up until this point. Now we're seeing some more evidence of him using his legs again, but he does have to be careful. They need him out on the field.
Yeah, RG3, you got to have him out there. So explosive. Back to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the 5th overall pick, Jalen Ramsey. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. They have the lead, still a 1-possession game, but the defense got to stop. They've got the football now. Just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way. You know they're over on the sidelines now starting to take their tape off and, hey, we've done this thing. The offense has to put it away, and that means ball security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. And they'll run it here. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. And 3 full yards here for the offense to get on 3rd down. Foster alone in the backfield. Now it's Tannehill. And Cameron has it over the middle. Give him 2 yards on that play. And it'll be 4th down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And taken at the 46. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And possession will change here with very little time remaining in this contest. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. 10 yards still left on 2nd down. Griffin to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
One last shot for RG3. Oh, no, he lost the football. But he will fall on this himself, but get no further. So certainly intrigue all the way to the finish line, but that is how this ball game will end. Well, Charles, there's an old saying, don't let a loss beat you twice.
You're exactly right about that, Brandon. When you look at it and all of your preparation went into winning this week, now you have to absorb a loss and find a way to shake it off.
So for the Dolphins, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington.
Hard to admit that I used to draw portraiture in a human form, doodle of a two-headed unicorn. It was soothing, moving